I'm Elaine Sims. I'm here at St. Catherine's College and Pettis Auditorium for Spotlight on St. Catherine's. Today we're talking about a subject that actually we have done on this program, I believe, 5 times now. It is the banned book program, and with me to discuss this is Clara Logston. She's the interlibrary loan librarian. I also have Laura Satterley. She is the program director and the instructor of foundational education here at St. Catherine's. This program, this banned books program is something, or project has been something that I'm very familiar with now because we've been able to talk about it for so long. It's come to my attention, the campus culture committee, or is that what, is it a committee, brings this to the college. Banned books, B-A-N-N-E-D, or books that have been banded from through a reading list for years. How long has this gone on, banned books? I mean, I know not just at St. Catherine's, but how long has it been banned?
Well, I guess the national movement, National Banned Books Week, was started in 1982.
Okay.
By a librarian and First Amendment activist, Judith Krug is her name. And that's who we have gotten the grant from.
Okay.
Through her, well, I guess it's through her memorial.
I want to talk about you all in just a few minutes, but since we're on this subject, let's continue with it. When the banned books, okay, was she trying to make it, bring it to the light, to the world, that there were books that had been banned, or did she make a list of books that had been? I mean, how did these books get on this list in the first place?
I'm sure she was trying to bring to light that some books had been pulled off of shelves in libraries, and that she wanted to bring it to the attention that, because ALA is the one who sponsors all of this, American Libraries Association. And I'm sure she wanted to bring to light that these have been pulled for certain reasons.
Well, it probably went on for at least a century, I bet.
Yeah,
at least a century. I mean, I would think that it's been, you know, the Bible, you know, just the New Testament, the Old Testament, the Quran. You know, it's really interesting, and we'll talk about some of these books. Laura, how long have you've been at St. Catherine's now for?
Wow, several years. I started out as an adjunct in 2004 and full-time in 2006. So I've been here for several years.
Okay, and she looks like a child. Your position, would you explain a little bit more about that, foundational education?
Sure. I teach in the Foundations Department. I'm the program director for our academic Foundations program, which includes English, reading, and math. And then we have a freshman orientation class that we offer as well for all of our incoming freshmen who wish to take that to help with their transition to college. But mainly I teach foundational English and foundational reading.
Instead of calling it reading, writing, and arithmetic now, they call it foundational.
Right. Well, these are
they're the basics that the students need when they come here.
Right. They're specifically for students who might come in who are not quite ready for Composition 101, English 101.
Okay.
Or not quite ready to tackle college level reading. So these help give them the skills that they need to really, be successful here at St. Catherine.
Okay. Clara, you've been here
11 years. I was
11 years.
2001.
Well, it just makes me realize how long I haven't known you. And your job at the library?
I do interlibrary loan is one of my main positions. That's borrowing other books from libraries that we do not have in our collection. And also I take care of circulation and helping other students find what they need in the library.
So do you do this, when you do this, you probably bring in just one or two of the same book, the one book?
Oh, no, it's different books all over, whatever the professors want, whatever the students want.
Okay, interesting.
Well, Can't do it without Clara. I use her all the time.
Well, that's great. When you have a limited library, I'm sure, with space and also resources, to supply it.
Yes.
That's great. So you get those through the American Library? You get through the public libraries?
It's different libraries. It's all over the United States.
The reason a book would get on the banned book list was because somebody
challenged it.
Challenged the book.
Yes. What it is in each library, public library, I can talk more about public because that's where I've been for a while, and then academic. There's a form if a person comes in and says, I don't want this book on the shelf anymore. And they fill out a form, and the board, the library director will take it to their board and discuss it. But they won't pull it off the shelves, but they'll, explain to that person why it's on their shelf, and ALA will help them.
So they don't have to pull the book together. So anybody could fill out this form and ask a book not to be on there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. I have a list here of the books. It's just children's books, Huckleberry Finn. I mean, we could go with The Scarlet Letter,
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
and we have
But
a few
mention
here.
some of them. I think it's really important for people to realize what's been banned.
Yeah, Harry Potter, Maya Angelou,
Maya Angelou?
and Anodi, Brave New World, and Alice Walker, The Color Purple.
Gosh.
Many of our viewers are probably familiar with To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes.
You know, and it's taught in schools quite commonly. But that's a book that, you know, has been banned. One of my favorites.
Well, and as you look back and think about it, somebody could complain about it because maybe discrimination. You know, just, well, and also because of, I can think of some of the other
Some of
things
the
that,
language.
that would have gone on in there. When will we observe Banned Book Week here at St. Catherine's this year?
October the 2nd through the 4th. So we're starting on a Tuesday,
Okay.
Wednesday, and Thursday.
Okay. And what do you do when you have the banned book? Do you read banned books or?
We do.
Oh, that's what you do. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, everybody signs up. We have a sign-up sheet in the library, and we go from 10 to 2, and everybody signs up for a 15-minute read, and they sit outside. We set up a tent, and they read for 15 minutes, so make everybody aware of what different books out there have been banned.
Well, Carla, do they decide what book they want to read from? Do they bring their own?
Yes.
They get. Oh, good. Oh, so it's not the same book. The whole
No,
time.
no.
Oh,
They can bring
okay.
their own, or
We provide some, and then we draw for banned books that we're going to buy. The kids will put their name in a hat, or, you know, and they'll win a book. And then we're going to, if you want to talk about the T-shirts.
Right, we'll have, every year we've had T-shirts. Like I said, this is our 5th year. We're holding our readout. You have some of the T-shirts right here. Yeah, this was our first year, the black shirt. But basically the shirts, you know, just promote Banned Books Week and just gets the word out. We sell these at the Kentucky State Book Fair, in addition to selling them here on campus. So, you know, we're actually, we're not just statewide, we're nationwide. We've had someone from Arizona, I believe, who has actually ordered some of our shirts before.
Really?
But this year's national theme is Celebrate the Freedom to Read.
And that we put some of the banned books
Some
on
of
the
them
back.
Gone with the Wind. Wow. Harry Potter, Goosebumps. The Goosebumps. This is amazing. Do they do this in high schools? No, is it just college? I mean, I think it's very educational for anybody that's involved in this to know what books have been banned.
Oh, yeah, all libraries can
Okay.
support it, yeah.
Okay.
Because it comes through ALA, American Library Association. They make a national
Yeah.
celebration of it.
Right. Now, I'm not aware of any high schools per se in the area that hold readouts or that really promote. You know, I would think maybe the librarians would
Sure.
would promote it somehow, but I don't know if they do it as largely as we do here
Yeah,
on campus.
Yeah. It would be really interesting for a lot of these young people to see what books were banned. Because you think how hardened we've become.
Right.
Now these look like, you know, they're fairy tales. Well, a lot of the fairy tales were banned.
Right. Oh, and teachers are, you know, quite welcome to bring students. We've had teachers to bring students to campus.
That's great.
Both elementary children as well as you know, high school. I think we've had some high school students to come out as well.
Yeah, we're inviting the public to come.
Okay, so it's October the 2nd through the 4th, and it's 10 to 2. And if anybody wants to come out here and just witness this, I mean, I assume if someone came, you could give them well, they could have a list, but if they wanted to bring a book, they
Sure,
could read for a
they're
couple.
welcome to read.
Yeah.
You know, they could contact Clara or you know,
Yeah.
any of our librarians, and we'll have a list set up about a week or so before the event. And if they want to sign up for a 15-minute period to read, or even half of that, you know, if they want to come out with a group of people and read.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you can go online and find out what the banned books are.
can.
It'd be
Oh, yeah,
interesting to
Sam.
do that for an avid reader. I've been at our library and I've seen people check out 15 books at a time, and you say they come every week. But to pick out one of the banned books and pick out the part that they think probably made it a banned book, that would be interesting.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
because you can think, you know, I can think of To Kill a Mockingbird, what would be a part of it. But that would be interesting. You can't have a discussion, but it definitely would arouse some interest in that book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Something new that we're doing this year, we've tried to come up with activities the past few years to get, especially our students, to get them engaged in something that wouldn't detract from the reading, but would keep them there, you know, to keep them occupied while they're listening. So the past couple of years, we've brought in ceramic mugs to paint.
Oh.
And, 2 years ago, we were able to fund that through the grant that we received, and then last year, there was someone on campus who you know, funded that for us. This year, you know, we're getting the grant. I think I alluded to that earlier, $1,000 grant.
Oh, okay. Because I
That
wondered.
will-
Okay, we talked about that. I
Right.
didn't. I don't.
And some of that money will be used to. We're going to purchase sidewalk chalk this year with some of that money.
That's a great idea.
And we're going to try to do. We haven't exactly decided on. We might be an eagle because, like I said, the
That's a
national
great
theme
idea.
is celebrate the freedom to read. We could do an American flag. We're working with our art department to decide what we're going to do exactly, but we're going to do a pretty large outline on the sidewalk. And
That's
we're
a
gonna
great
have
idea.
our students, faculty, and staff to come fill it in with maybe their favorite quotes from banned books, or you know, titles of
Yeah, 'cause
banned
you could
books,
do the
or
feathers.
pictures, draw illustrations, and we'd like to have the community to come in and participate, you know, with that as well.
Yeah,
Bring
this is-
their children, adults, whomever. We'll provide the chalk, and if they just provide their creativity and help fill in the design.
That's great. That's great.
But that will give people an opportunity to sit and do something while listening to the books being read,
Yeah.
as well as, you know, participating in the readings themselves.
Well, it reinforces books that you maybe have mentioned earlier that people will be able to look at when they walk by and see it.
Yes, we always
Well,
have a stack of books out there
This is a great
for
project.
to look at and browse through.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think I've ever looked through the list, which I now have in my hands, and it really does make you realize people need to see what the banned books are about. Pull it up on the internet and pull
Yeah,
up
it
this
comes off
list,
of
and you're just going to
ALA.org.
keep saying, "What?" I mean, it's amazing.
I know that was
It's
your
amazing.
reaction when you said Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, Little House on the Prairie. I thought, gosh, you know, we decided it was Laura Ingalls, not Laura.
Nellie,
It was Nellie Olson.
Nellie.
Laura was a lovable one. Well, ladies, thank you so much for being here,
you.
Carla
Thank
and,
you.
and Laura. And I'm sure we're going to hear about this next year, but I think your idea with the chalk is great. And I'm sure just to keep the interest going and very educational for our audience.
Yes.
And it might be something that, especially if we have someone viewing that, I'm sure they're aware of this because these homeschool students are amazing, but to observe that at the same time in their own home. And they probably have a lot of these books on their bookshelves.
And please bring, you know, homeschool. I mean, that would
Yes, that would
this is
be-
a great event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bring your children out and sign up to read and to participate in the chalk drawings, and
A little taste of college
We'll
campus
have some
and-
refreshments as well, and
Yeah.
so.
Okay. Well, thank you both for being here.
No,
I sure
thank you.
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Okay.